Beat Making Basics.
What's going on YouTube? Beat Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because we're coming back to back with bangers. Today's video, I'm actually going to be covering some advanced song arrangement and beat arrangement tips in Logic Pro 10.8. All right, now I'm gonna say advanced. We're gonna cover some like the basics first and kind of move up to some like more advanced stuff as the video goes on. But you know, make sure you subscribe, bro, because we're dropping tips like this every single day. You know, if we miss a day or two, it's for sure coming every week. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. So this is the beat here. I'm gonna let y'all hear the basis of it, and then we're gonna go over the beat arrangement tips. Back. So this is the beat, kind of the vibe we got on this. The first thing I'm gonna actually do is highlight everything and push Command R maybe about 7 to 10 times. And as you can see, that's just gonna pretty much extend the beat some, and then we can start working on the different sections of the track. Now obviously y'all should know this. If y'all don't, if you're someone who's a complete beginner, we'll go ahead and cover the basics real quick. Songs are made out of sections. You have an intro, you have a chorus or a hook, which is like your catchiest phrase of your beat, and then you have verses and an outro. All right. Usually the intro is like 4 to 8 bars. You have a lot of different points on whether you should do longer outros or shorter not outros, but longer intros or shorter intros. And I kind of think you need a collaboration of both. Like for instance, if you're working one-on-one with an artist, you're locked in, then you might want to, because you could probably experiment with doing like longer intros. But like if you're not, like you're just posting your beats online or you're just shopping your beats out, I would recommend shorter intros. So anyway, that's 4 to 8 bars, and then you have your hook, which is about 8 bars. And some people also kind of like have thoughts on whether verses should be 12 or 16 measures. I come from a kind of an older school of hip hop mind frame, so I think like 16 bars is like what you should do for your verses, and then of course you got your outro and everything like that. Now let's just go ahead and start identifying like what part is going to be where. Usually for my like intro, I usually just kind of keep it very basic. We'll take out the drums and a lot of the melody parts and just kind of keep it real basic. Now, one quick way to kind of like build the beat, if you will, is through layering. So like we can push Command D, and I can come over here, hold down Option and drag this down. And from here, push Shift, Option, and up. And that pushes it up an octave. And now we just kind of like instantly built this beat up a little bit. And we have this other part. So let's listen to that. Okay, so that's what we'll do for the intro. As you can see, I'm muting out everything on the left side here. And what we can do, like some people like to go ahead and just delete it, but I actually like to mute this stuff out. So what I'll do is just come over here and highlight everything while holding down Shift. And if you push Control M, Control and the letter M as in mute, you can mute this stuff out. And that's what I love to do right here. That's what we're gonna do right here actually. So let's check that out. cool. And as you can see, I kind of like to go from intro straight to hook. Usually the hook is easy to identify. It's going to pretty much be like everything in your beat. So that's kind of easy. You can also, like if you want to, build this hook up too. So I can come over here, push Command D, go to this lead, hold down Option, drag that down. That makes a copy. And I can actually push this up an octave as well. Shift, Option, and up. And then we got that. And then I'll kind of add like you want the beat to build every section. So like even with the intro is building, this the hook is building. So you kind of can see how just by layering it can add a different dynamic to the beat, help you with your arrangement. So we're just gonna take our time in this video. I mean, I could try to rush through it. It's probably gonna be a little bit of a longer video, but we're gonna just go ahead and take our time on this. Let's see here. And this, what I did here, I basically named the track here. And if you want it to also be named in the workspace, you push Shift, Option, and N. But anyway, so once you got your intro and once you got your hook, it starts to get a little easier from there, because now you just have to focus on like the verses. So like I said, I usually do like a 16 bar, which is gonna be this right here. And this is another tip here. If you go to your tools, just click on this top button on the left and go to your colors. You can instantly, help make it easier for you to identify the different sections that you're building out here. So this is something to easily identify this. Now, there's always going to be different ways to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can come over here and use these arrangements and use the markers. There's just a lot of stuff, but this is what I find is like the best way, at least for me visually. Now, when it comes to like the verses, you want to keep in mind that you want to kind of mumble to yourself like as if a rapper or a singer is going to be on this, and see if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Usually though, I like to go ahead and take the kick out for at least the first maybe half of the beat, and then we can kind of like bring other stuff in. You can also come over here and like maybe this snare won't come in, you feel me? Or maybe the clap comes in later. You want it to continuously build is what I'm saying here. So like even in a verse. Two, certain parts of the beat should only be played at certain parts. So like for instance, this lead part, maybe we can only play that during the hook, and then we can play around with like going up and down an octave here with the flute. So let's just kind of see how that sounds. And I'm also going to go ahead and just leave a little room here at the end to where I can kind of like have like a little dip of silence before the new section of the beat comes in. So like you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to let this verse play through, and then we'll go from there. So this is what we're gonna do. Basically, I had this intro, and then I had the hook coming in with the drums. For the second hook, I'm actually gonna like take the drums out, and like the hook is gonna pretty much just continue to do that, where no drums for the hook going forward. And then what I'm gonna do is like add some type of bass sound right here instead of this 808. So let's come over here. I'm actually gonna do it with maybe like some of our stock sounds here. We'll go to Alchemy. And I'm just gonna say bass here, and we'll find like a good solid bass that we can use. Cool. So y'all, I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna push Command K here. Let y'all see what I was typing or playing here. I have a MIDI keyboard. So literally, I'm pushing like D sharp, G sharp, and then F sharp. Those are like the three major keys, like notes I'm pushing. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pretty much have it like transition into this hook again, but instead of like the 808 and the drums, it's now gonna do like this like crazy wild bass part or bass line. I accidentally touched the wrong note on here, which is all good. We can fix it. Alright, I'm just going to highlight everything, push Command A. And I went over 8, swing A. And the reason why I did 1 over 8 is just to like, I didn't have a lot of notes in here. So, you know, even though these aren't necessarily eighth notes, you know, it locks it in place. Like if you have the lesser notes that you have, the lower the metrics, the higher the amount of notes you have, the higher amount of metric you want to do on the quantization. Anyway, let's check that out again. So like, and technically I could go ahead and let this hook just be the same all the way through. I think I might just do that because, yeah, we're just gonna let the hook be the same all the way through. Just go like that. So we're gonna go ahead and, like, as you can see, it, for the most part, we're just kind of repeating this stuff, but you do want to add some variation. So like, especially with this being advanced, I'm going to show you some tips on the actual verses that we could do. One of the things is going to be adding a certain plugin that will trigger here. And I love using this plugin at certain parts. So like the remix effect is a great way to do some advanced stuff to your beat arrangement. So like basically I can come over here. So we're on flute 1. Say in verse 3, I want it to like basically do some type of crazy filter sweep or whatever. I can use the remix effect to do that. So you just, you know, arm the remix effect, and pretty much you'll go over here to read, and then instead of read, you'll go to touch, and then anything you touch on this while the track is playing, it will pretty much record in the automation. So like I can come over here, I'm just gonna play, yeah, we'll take it from the beginning of this hook, and when it comes in here, you're gonna see me click on this and like move this up, and it's basically gonna do a dope filter sweep. So let's check it out. All right, and the cool thing about this, you want to go ahead and push read after you finish this. But the cool thing about this, you can push A and come in here and now make adjustments to what you just did. So you just click on the track and then you'll see anything that was used here, which you got the filter on and off, you got the resonance, and you got the cutoff. So we'll start here, which is good. You can just zoom in by holding down Option. And then here, this is cool. Then we'll go to resonance. And then this is good too. So if you want something smoother, like a smoother filter sweep or whatever, you can come over here and then just take this down here and just do one of these numbers. Take the points, you know what I'm saying, and move them around. And now it's going to be a completely smooth filter sweep. Let's check it out. So that's another tip here that you can incorporate into your stuff here. Now, something else that would be pretty dope to do, like I can come over here and I can mute this out for the second verse. And so we got the filter sweep going for the third verse. You know, the first verse is just switching up completely, just with the flute 1 and flute 2. For the second verse, what I want to do is just add like another plug-in for flute 2. So this should say flute 2. We'll just go ahead and do this. There we go. And what we'll do is we can just like come in over here and use this beat breaker plugin. And this is the cool thing about this actually is you can control this as well with automation. So what I can do, this is something simple. Just put this on like halftime right here, and then we'll just see how that, you know, ends up sounding. So again, whatever I touch here, while touch is enabled, it's going to record the automation. So let's just check that out. Now, for some reason, it wasn't like holding this, so it's all good. Don't worry about that. We'll just go back to read, push A, and what you're gonna still see here is the automation is basically there. You just got to come over here and adjust it. So you can kind of see like up is bypass, down is with the plugin. So like I can pretty much now push this over here, and when we play this should be turning this plugin on and off. And you saw how like when I moved it over here in this area, the plugin went gray, and you should see as I'm moving this play head, it should turn it on. Boom, then it goes off again. So let's check it out now. And then what we can also do is come back over here to this area and put the remix effect back on here, and we can do like maybe a tape stop effect here. So we'll just use this area right here and touch, and let's check that out. Again, if you mess up, just take it off of the read, from touch to read, push A, and now I can come in here, and anything that you use is going to be down here. I can now come over here and make sure that everything is on point. Hold down Option, scroll in, and make sure everything is on point here. Yeah. So now we'll just check this out. It should sound pretty much on point. bad. And so like for the outro, to be honest with you, I like to just kind of take the intro and just put that, like reverse it and just put it at the out. It's a simple little way. And then we're good to go for the most part. Now, other things that you want to do is create like good transitions. So like either do like a transitional sound or even using some sounds that you already have, like your snare. Make it creating a snare roll before a new section. So I can come over here like before each hook. I can come over here and we can like put a loop right here. Double click this and then zoom in here. I'm saying, and I always recommend when you're starting off with your like snare rolls, start off like very simple. You see how these 4 notes here, then I can always come over here, make these notes smaller, hold down Option, make the pattern a little bit more detailed. And you can get creative as you want with this. So that's gonna be like a transitional thing that we can do, something easy before the hook. And I can just take this, hold down Option, and drag this over. I'm just gonna make a copy over there of that, do like that. And to add some variation, I can like come over on some of these and like change this up. So like, see how this one sounds. And you can just basically change these patterns up each one. Okay, cool. So we have a lot of different elements going in through this beat. Last thing I would say, like you definitely want to go ahead, like I said, transitional sounds. Sorry for the like background noise. Actually, I'm just gonna take this and double it, and I'll come over here. So you can use this like a simple sound. This is something to help out with the beat. Some basic accent piece. What is this thing? This is and I'll just double this, man. Like push Command R. Just put this throughout the whole beat. Highlight it. Push Shift Option and the letter N. That's gonna take it. Name it right there. And I'm gonna push double Command D. We'll come over here, grab some more sounds, and I'm pretty much gonna wrap this up in just a second. I just want to add this like, we'll do this air rise. And the last tip I'm gonna give y'all is to basically change up your drum patterns throughout the beat. So like, don't have it doing the same thing. And it's literally pretty simple. Just coming over here, clicking this, and just add like something extra. Move the playhead. Cool. So pretty much we did all these different, things on this beat. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna listen to it all the way through for the most part, and then just let me know in the comment section what y'all think. If you want something even more like broken down and organized and everything like that, on how to make beats and how to arrange your music and just the whole process, check out my site, beatmakingbasics.com. We do have our newest and latest course, Beat Making in Logic Pro 10.8. Does have several dope videos and a lot of extra bonuses and resources that you're going to get by getting that course. Check it out. And also it's included in the Beat Making Master Program. It's available all on beatmakingbasics.com. You can also check out our channel perks. Just click in the links in the description below. You can check out all those different goodies that you can get. We have sound kits, loop kits, all that type of stuff as well. And pretty much what I'm going to do is, like I said, in the video, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you get subscribed already. And I'm going to end it by going to the beginning of the beat and let it play through all the way through. So y'all get that and appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.